Oh, yeah. Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing? Welcome to our Redlions Den show. As always, we're here to talk about Redlion stuff and about our covers, about anything new in our den, updates, announcements, and stuff like that. Hey, Amal, how are you?
Hey, Dudley. I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm a bit tired because actually yesterday we launched our new ecosystem with new contracts and stuff. So uh, haven't slept much. We were waiting for a little bit lower gas, and yeah, ended up like 4:30 a.m. But
Yeah. What was the gas like when I was up till like my 5 a.m. So I know like quite a bit. Like it wasn't going down. Yeah. It was it was
yeah,
quite
let's.
stable at like $40 something.
It was about 40 way like long. Then it went down, and I don't know. Cruz will join us soon. He's our developer, so he can tell us more about some technicals about the drop and stuff. But I think it was around 25, maybe 30. So definitely not a good time to deploy all these contracts. But yeah, we did it. Uh, all good. We launched.
Yeah.
There wasn't
Yeah.
much of hiccups on the way. We just fixed few issues on the front end, and yeah, we're live.
Yeah. I mean, like the first thing when I woke up, I checked was like if the auction had started, and I was so happy. Like I just opened my eyes, and I'm like, I can barely type. I'm like, oh, let me see if the auction is live. I
Yeah, not
was
only
all
live, but
smooth.
already someone beta and started the auction, so it's running. Yeah.
Yeah, sweet, sweet.
So yeah, it's really exciting. We have a first issue of 2023, issue 121. Yes, guys, if there are some newcomers, we already released 121 gazettes in our history, and with this season, we are moving to new contracts because there are like some changes on the system and how we are actually selling them and all this stuff. But we will get to it at the end. Now, let's get to the last week's news. So, what is the cover about, man?
Yeah, I mean, it is about how Coffeezilla started this online beef. We can't call it an online beef because he was just reporting what the truth is, which is that Logan Paul's CryptoZoo NFT is a scam, if we may say that. And it started a beef, and Logan Paul is allegedly going to sue him, and it got interesting, and we had to we had to use that for our cover.
Yeah. So it's all about a CryptoZoo, uh, let's say, scam. I think we can clearly say it. By the way, I have asked GPT-3 because it's a smart chat, for answering any questions. And I asked him a question whether Logan Paul is a scammer. And I was a little bit disappointed because he said, I'm not aware of any evidence that suggests that Logan Paul is a scammer. So probably he's missing the latest news, but the idea came from
Yeah,
creating a zoo that is full of eggs. There's nothing else than
yeah,
eggs, just eggs, no
mm,
animals, and
yeah,
the animals are only like a banner, so these cutouts kind of coming soon teasers, yeah, and the zoo is approached by Coffeezilla, let's say, that he's illustrated as a big Godzilla with cup of coffee. So what was like challenging on
yeah.
it? I mean, there was a little bit not struggle, but it wasn't like a smooth operation, yeah, for creating this artwork.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, sometimes it more than the struggle. It was some sort of like inner struggle where I was trying to find the drive just to start drawing, and that was quite the challenge more than the artwork. It was sometimes you just I don't know. I just sat down to work, and it was like everything's so muddled and like mushy. Like my head wasn't working straight, and otherwise. I mean, once I started to see the results, it was better. Like then I was like, okay, I need to focus, and you know, every day is not a great day, I guess. So, but once it started showing the results, I was like quite happy. Then I could just start focusing better. But yeah, there were some struggles, especially with trying to figure out that perspective and all
I
those
was a
things.
little bit grilling you, yeah. For the, I mean, there was sometimes it's a easy kind of walk in the park, and you just smack it out, and it's like wonderful. And sometimes it's like this collaboration on getting things right, because the first sketches, they were a little bit off with perspective,
Yeah,
but I know that it's that you have a limit here. You're good in nature, like shapes and stuff, but the structural ones, sometimes you need
yeah,
to
yeah. I should work on
practice
that.
more. So
Yeah,
this is really a good challenge for you to get better in a more structural kind of perspective and stuff. So, but to be sad, we used Mid Journey for some first sketches and ideas and compositions, also in terms of colors. And man, that improved so much lately that you wouldn't like believe it. Yeah, that we,
yeah. I mean, it was like the first renders, like from the first few results that came from Midjourney, just the Godzilla was itself so interesting. And then you showed me this, and then I was like, oh God, this is gonna put so many people out of jobs so soon. It's just a matter of time before these things get too perfect. Like, I mean, we saw with the last Gazette issue how really good it was with certain things, and we found some limitations that Midjourney has. But uh, overall, I think this thing is scaling really fast and getting really good in the short period since it's been here. You know, and I think in 2 3 years this would be an unbelievable. It's already unbelievable. I think 2 3 years is stretching it. Maybe in 1 or 2 years it's gonna be so good, so good.
yeah. So it will, like the pivot will be more on the idea and side and abstract thinking, and but maybe the AI will overcome us even in this space. Who knows? So uh, yeah, we're gonna be just probably resting on the beach, and we just will write a prompt. Megan Gazette 500 for two in a topic of, I don't know, whatever. Logan Paul 160-second scam. But yeah, this one is funny, and with the animation, it like came to life even more. Uh, I first maybe I a little bit. I wasn't expecting that it will be that challenging, or not challenging, but I thought it would be maybe like a little bit easier. But at the
Yeah,
end, I was like, okay, maybe the Coffeezilla should like walk, in, and it would be cool if there's really this like stomping sound, and even the ground moves and all these things. And then I started to add in more, and I basically spent whole day on it. So yeah, I think it's really pushing it far.
yeah. I mean, like the most time you have, like you'll start doing smaller things, and then you want to animate that, you want to animate this. I mean, every time I've worked like on this animation part, like, once I finish this and think I have a little more time, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna animate this too, and this, and then it's interesting. So
Yeah, I have pinned we actually released our cover story article that we do like every week after the release, and you can read about all our covers. like backstories and behind the scenes, how we are working on it and where we struggle sometimes. And yeah, on the sketch, when we can maybe break down like quickly some of these details that we had. For example, that was like a last moment idea for the logo, yeah, on the hoodie. Was like, okay, one more thing,
Yeah.
let's put like we put like the Mav, yeah, like the Maverick, that he's like his fashion brand. But I was like, okay,
Yeah.
how about we do it like a meh, then like use the logo, and that's like a tiny detail in. What you can see next is the frog, the Papa, as we started our exhibition with art drops, uh, and a Pushing P exhibition around PP, Pepe, frog. So uh, we add him too, yeah.
Yeah.
Then there's, of course, there are a lot of egg references and bad eggs, and yeah, like a omelette or these fried egg stand, and all these funny stuff. So yeah, I think for this cover that's it. Or do you have anything to say for the creation part?
Uh, I mean, not so much. I think this is about it. It was just us getting inspired
By the way, guys, if
by
you have
some.
any questions or want to chat with us, just raise your hand. We're gonna like invite you here. It's gonna be much
Yeah.
better if we have questions from you than like just having boring monologue. It's let's say new season. We're gonna see how it all goes. We released the 1-to-1 in open edition, like free mint. I think already there are over 200 mints, which is nice. I also see that like not many people are insta dumping it. What would you expect for a $2 flip? That's not a like a good appreciation of our
Yeah.
work, but yeah, I mean, it's a free mint, so go on. If you haven't minted the Gazette, go on and try it out. We work hard on all the operations, website, and all these things really hard. We have a Cruz here in audience. I don't know. I invited him to speak. Let's hope he can tell us something about the struggles. But anyway, that
But
would
yeah.
be it.
Cool.
By the way,
Is anyone raising hands? That
yeah. By the way, I
we
saw like a news today that Microsoft is reportedly planning to invest in ChatGPT and invest
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
getting
Oh my god.
75% share. So brace yourself for blue screen of death on a GPT screen. But yeah, that's like not much surprising. Yeah, when it comes, it's like everyone's talking about it. If you are like tech savvy or you using computer, you probably just crossed already, or you just already.
Yeah. I mean, I was uh like trying to use it for some stuff, and it's just incredible. And like I was telling my girlfriend who's working in this content area, like creating stuff, writing things. I'm like, this is a big threat. Midjourney is almost there and threatening, like artists, but it's not quite there. But Chat GPT is so way ahead. Like it's to the point. And if you want to create content and like for social media, websites, everything, it's so easy. I don't know if uh, how it's affected writers in that area. I imagine they're soon going to be in trouble if people start using this too much. Chat GPT. If you guys haven't tried out, I don't know. You guys should go check it out. You can basically chat with it. And then she put out a question. She was asking me, would it be considered cheating if you start falling in love with ChatGPT 3? And that was an interesting question. If you guys have seen the movie Her, with Joaquin Phoenix, very good. So I'm pretty sure people would start having those intimate conversations with ChatGPT 3.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
It's
and we
going to
can
be
chat
on.
with it. So yeah, let's
Yeah,
see where it goes.
let's see. Let's see who's going to get married to ChatGPT 3 first. It's an interesting world.
Yeah, by the way,
Yeah.
so I would summarize some news that actually we are introducing this year. It's open edition gazettes. Apart from last year, we had limited edition, let's say, priced 0.069 for like 2 years straight, maybe. And this period we're closing and starting a new one with open edition gazette. It is like a static image and will be for a fixed price of $25 paid in Ethereum. So it will really transfer, we will exchange the price every time one per day maybe. So we'll see. So we don't kill us if it's like for $26. It can happen. But this is the new model for an Gazette, and apparently we have legendary gazettes that are one-on-one artworks, and these are put on auctions with a reserve price of zero point 0.1. And once the reserve price is met, the countdown starts on 24 hours. And actually, with each unique bidders, it halves and resets to the half of that value. So let's say there's another wallet bidding, then the reset value is to 12, and it goes on with every new. So only two, where there are only two pairs, and basically the timer is resetting to 12 hours. And if there are 8 unique bidders, they will reset it basically up to the minimum, which is 5 minutes, and until there are no bids.
Yeah. Only 11 hours left for this auction to end. So if you guys are interested, even to just check it out, you guys should go check it out.
Yeah, definitely, it's worth checking out at least, and test the website, because we know there are some limits. We're a small team working on it day and night. So I'm always telling Red that he's actually he went to a trip to Austria Alps, so we can a little bit back talk now. But he will listen on to the recordings, and yeah, he will grill us later for it. But yeah, I'm always telling him, man, like I've been in the digital products and stuff, and what we are doing here in like 10 man team, that's beyond incredible. It's but yeah, of course it goes slow a little bit. Yeah, so but it's expected. But at the end we're gonna get there, and I think it speaks. If you look at the site, it's already looking good. But it will get better. Yeah, for example, the profiles still are not as smooth as we would like to have them. You can connect your wallet and check your possessions, check your gazettes, your airdrops, and manage everything from inside. But yeah, we still need to optimize. Mobile experience needs some work, and yeah, guys, it's a lot of work to just create a project like that. We are all over the place with studios and news, gazettes. There's a lot.
There is.
So, what is the future for Gazette, man? We were talking before, and maybe we need to test the ground for maybe inviting some collaborators, yeah, into the covers. I don't know. We are not gonna probably do it until the end of our lives. So, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna like breed our new artists, or we can try some invitation to collaboration and
Yeah, I think collaboration would be interesting. I'm interested to see how uh, it would be to just collaborate on this with someone who would just you know would be new to this sort of working that
yeah,
we
it's
have.
not like I mean, it's a pressure definitely because there's a deadline. So mm, not every artist is really familiar, or not familiar, but comfort with like a strict deadline. As you said
Mm.
this week, you didn't feel it much, or sometimes it's like that. You are not in the mood of like creating artwork. Yeah, I mean, I remember sometimes I really need to force myself also to, yeah, let's, okay, I need to do it. I will do it, but it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't much.
Yeah, I mean it's just and like yeah, I mean, but we should try and collaborate with. Like I'm quite interested in seeing how it would be. I just the results that can possibly come is it's so interesting
Yeah,
to think
totally true.
about.
Because I mean, we tried almost everything. When you look at the styles and things, yeah, maybe we don't have much of generative art because it's not like that. You need to code it, and we are not like skilled to do this. But if you look at the styles and everything, it's almost everything was
Yeah,
already.
and we need to tell a story, so generative art doesn't quite help with stories.
Well, yeah,
So
maybe we can find a way. Even generative art maybe can be made to be narrative and tell a story, but yeah, definitely not as easy as illustration, which is done for. Yeah, it's like the maybe mostly
yeah,
used medium or styled for magazine covers that tells a story always, and that's what in our covers
mm,
is little short. Every our cover is a little short story, somehow twisted, used some real life reference or some mythology or pop culture or something what actually came to our mind. Sometimes our gazettes are just inspired by something that we saw or watched, and then we
yeah,
craft it towards the story. And sometimes it's the story itself that we take, and we're looking for some analogy, metaphor, or it's not that easy actually to come up every week with some solid idea. I wouldn't say that every each is brilliant, but I think it's a solid. Yeah, it's definitely a solid work. If you look on the Gazette catalog, like right now, I think it's a brilliant, like a
yeah, and different styles and all of this thing. I mean, it's quite a catalog. We should, but nevertheless, we should try and bring in other artists. We should see how it goes. It would be an interesting uh, event.
yeah. did you
Redline,
did you
yes.
feel more relaxed like this week with the one day like extra where the release was like Monday? And
Yeah, I mean that coincided with my this sort of distress. Yeah, so I couldn't really tap into this new procedure, but from the next week I'll be a little more in touch with this. It would be easier. I think it would be easier if I had just been in the good right mood.
yeah, totally, I understand it totally, man. It's another 52 weeks ahead of us.
Yeah.
51. Okay, one is down, so it's it's only 51 for now. So yeah, guys, I think we can wrap it up here. If anyone wants to join us, it's time. It's time is now. Otherwise, we're gonna keep it short. And there's gonna be a little break with spaces until Red is back. But after that, I think there's like really, really good lineup of guests coming, and I mean really, really big guests coming in January. So get ready. So yeah, I think we can wrap it up here. And thanks,
Yeah,
guys, for
yeah.
joining us today. This was Lions Den, and we're gonna be back next week, I suppose, with the
Yeah.
full schedule of spaces like you were used to. And yeah, until then, have a great day. Cheers. Bye bye.
Cheers, cheers. Have a great day. Ta-da.